Okay, welcome to day three of 100 Days of Code by Angela Yu, the Python coding bootcamp. So, day three will be creating a body mass index calculator, which takes the weight of a person divided by the height to the power of 2. And we will be using the if else statements control flow to make sure or to figure out if the person is underweight, normal weight, or overweight, depending on their body mass index. Right, so let's jump right into it. So first we have a variable called BMI to capture the body mass index, which will be the weight divided by the height to the power of 2. Now, before we do that, we need to define the weight as well as the height. Now, the weight variable is of let's say a float, because, somebody could weigh 160.45 pounds. So a float that takes in decimal points and it requires an input, which is enter, weight. And the same goes for height as well, which would be a height and enter height, right? And that would be the BMI. Now let's jump to the control flow, the if else statements. And we will start by saying if the BMI is less than 18.5, then the person is, let's say, we're using an F string to join a string to another data type, like a float. So your BMI, let's say your BMI is, your body mass index is BMI, and your underweight. L if your BMI is, if the BMI is greater than or equal to 18.5, and it's less than 25. Well, we have to do a BMI is less than 25, right? Because this is known as the condition, and this as well is known as the condition. So these two conditions have to be true for your BMI to be of normal weight. You have to be between 18.5 and 25. So let's do a print. Well, that should be indented. We'll do a print, which will be another F string. Let's just copy this. Your BMI is this, and you are of normal weight. And then the last, let's do an else, right? Because everything else besides this two would result in this condition. Else, indented again, else. Prince. Just copy that. Your BMI is this, and you are overweight. Right. Let's check for errors. No error. Strength, weight, float, height, float as well. So BMI would be this. Okay. Seems okay. Let's run it just to make sure. Enter the weight. Let's say uh sorry. Let's say yeah, 154. And the height will be 1.32 in meters, by the way. Your BMI is 88.3. You're overweight, so person is very overweight. Um, let's actually round the BMI to right. Okay, so let's do BMI results, and we will BMI BMI equates to round BMI to the power of 2 decimal places. Right, that should BMI is not defined. Sorry, I meant this. BMI results. Yep. Say BMI is 50 pounds and you are of height 1 point, say 2.1. Yeah, you're severely underweight. All right. This is not a possible outcome, but yeah, person's underweight because their BMI is 11.23. Okay, overweight. Looking for a normal weight. Say 91.2.05. So the person's BMI is 21.42 and they're of normal weight. So yeah, that's day 3 that talks about the control flow, which is the if-else statements or elif as well. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward, nothing too complicated. Yeah, stay tuned for the next day, day 4, I believe.